What's good? It's your boy Merv and welcome to the Black and Gold Hour show. A show where we talk about your New Orleans Saints. This show has been on a 7 to 8 month hiatus, but we're back and we're kind of going to get into it. All the Saints news is here at the Black and Gold Hour show. Week 1 recap as the Saints got the 16-15 victory against the Tennessee Titans. I just want to thank everyone in my life who's watched the show, liked, subscribed, commented, just sent encouragement along the way. You know, this show started off 3 years ago as a hobby. I just love football. I love sports. Anyone who knows me knows how much of a sports fan I am. And I just decided to do something to kind of release my creative expression. And it's just been a blessing. It's built connections. It's built relationships. And it's honestly, you know, just showed me the different skills and gifts that translate to every area of my life. So I just thank you guys for watching the show. But enough of all that. Let's talk about your. Now, I got a little bit of raspiness in my voice because I was blessed with the opportunity to be in the Superdome yesterday as the New Orleans Saints got the victory against the Tennessee Titans. And y'all, I know it was a 1-point win. I ain't gonna lie. From our New Orleans Saints, from Derek Carr, from Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas. And even though the running game was a little bit stifled yesterday, I kind of want to touch on that. And just say that it can really only go up from here, you know. The offensive line, and I don't have the best eyesight. I could see that Trevor Penning was struggling. You know, I was reading Twitter from one of the fans sitting next to me, and we were just laughing, just kind of reading tweets that we saw. He was definitely struggling yesterday. I even saw something that said that Michael Thomas was kind of talking to him on the sideline. That has been a weak point for the team, I say, for the last year, season and a half, and it's definitely something that needs to change. But I'm not too upset about it because the Tennessee Titans defense and defensive line, they the real deal. That is a playoff team that we played yesterday. I know Ryan Tannehill didn't look like it, but that's a playoff team that we saw yesterday. And we just have to acknowledge that, you know, it steps to this. I think I saw Ryan Walker on Twitter yesterday. He said Drew Brees' first game with the New Orleans Saints was against the Cleveland Browns. It was about 4 field goals, and then his last touchdown was to Marcus Colston. And we know how Drew Brees' career kind of transitioned as he became a Saint. And we got to have that same grace for Derek Carr because he definitely made all the throws. He's not afraid of throwing the ball. I remember the first pass that he threw to Michael Thomas, the 25-yard completion. Oh, I knew the season was in full flex from there. Let's just tap into the things that I noticed outside of the offensive line. I want to kind of talk about Jamal Williams. A lot of us are, you know, waiting for Alvin Kamara to come back. Jamal Williams ran hard. He converted that final third down to seal the game for us. So Jamal Williams, man, his personality, the way he plays hard, I can't wait to see what he does with Alvin Kamara and Kendre Miller when they return. The Tennessee Titans have the #1 rush defense last year, and they look like they're gonna have either #1 or a top 5 rushing defense this year. There was no hole for Jamal Williams to run through. Everything kind of had to be an extended handoff, whether to Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed. So we saw what happened. The defensive line for the Tennessee Titans was doing their thing, but the Saints defense, let's talk about it. It's a little scary because it almost feels like they saved the day again, which they've been doing the last 2 years. But man, that secondary with Marshawn Lattimore, Adebo, Taylor, Marcus May, and Matthew, they taking us to the playoffs this year. I know, but they're the real deal. We saw what they did to Ryan Tannehill. We didn't even hear about DeAndre Hopkins. Honestly, y'all, I forgot he got traded to the Tennessee Titans. And DeAndre Hopkins is one of my favorite wide receivers. Shout out to Calvin Ridley in Jacksonville. He balled out yesterday. I'm glad to see he's returned and picked up back where he left off. But DeAndre Hopkins, we know what he can do, and we didn't hear from him at all. And we've been hearing about it all offseason. He is in a different form right now, and it's like we expect these players to slow down. And I was kind of talking during the game, and it's like people like Derrick Henry, they don't slow down. Like you would think as a running back, he would begin to, you know, feel the wear and tear of all the hits. But he just gets better, and the same thing applies to the best cornerback in the league, Marshawn Lattimore. We know what he does. That dude is a dog. Man, like I was just watching him out there. He was killing it. And let's talk about our quarterback, Derek Carr. He did throw an interception in the first half. He definitely looked poised. He looked confident. He looks like he's only going to get better. Maybe a little jitters here and there. But he was letting that ball fly, and he was giving it to our playmakers, Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, and Michael Thomas, Juwan Johnson, my boy Taysom Hill. He needs to get in the game a little bit more. I think he only played about 8 snaps offensively, and everything else was special teams. We know what he can do on special teams. I mean, he hit stick the mess out of somebody yesterday. But I want to see more of Taysom kind of get more of those QB draw plays. He had a couple yesterday, but I definitely want to continue to see plays designed for him. But maybe it wasn't designed for him simply because of the Tennessee Titans' stout run defense. I mean, they were after it. I'm pretty sure they were reading the scouting report, watching film, and they know what we can do with Taysom Hill. So maybe as the season progresses and as we get into the game and preparation for Carolina on Monday night, that we continue to see, Taysom Hill become more of the Taysom Hill we know in the New Orleans Saints offense. Let's talk about it from just more of a defensive standpoint. The defensive line was getting after the quarterback. We seen Cam Jordan getting in there. We seen Granderson getting in there. We seen so many players make so many big plays that I'm not even worried about the defense, man. This defense is going to take us to the playoffs. Derek Carr has never had a defense before. So as long as he continues to make plays, 17, 20 points a game, I think the New Orleans Saints are going to win the majority of their games with this defense. Going back to the offense, I mean, we got Michael Thomas, like I said, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed. When Alvin Kamara comes back from suspension, Kendre Miller, we get Juwan Johnson involved, and I need to see my boy Jimmy Graham get some passes thrown his way. He had one where he was wide open, and I wanted Derek Carr to throw it. I know the crowd would have went crazy. My voice is kind of just coming back, so I would have went crazy. I think my voice would be gone. I would have had to take the day off of work. But the New Orleans Saints, they look good. I think there's no room for us to be too concerned. We definitely want to see that offensive line improve and what we saw from for Trevor Penning. But I think that's something that's going to continue to improve as the game goes on. And we just need to see Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael continue to make those adjustments. This New Orleans Saints team is good. Demario Davis, we know what he brings to the table. And if you guys haven't watched his press conference from yesterday, I highly recommend you guys watch it, because sometimes these press conferences give us more to these players than just football talk. Demario Davis, we know what he brings to the New Orleans Saints on the field, but off the field, that man is an amazing man. And he really shocked me with his press conference yesterday. So I just wanted to throw that out there to y'all. Watch it when y'all get a chance. But the New Orleans Saints look good. I just want to give y'all like a quick recap. The things that concern me, really just that offensive line, like we talked about, Trevor Penning, and even Ramczyk, the penalties. We got to slow down with the penalties. Those were things that we saw last year that really plagued us and kind of led to maybe 1 or 2 losses that would have, if resulted in a win, we would have been in the playoffs and the season would have had a different story. So as I wrap up this recap, we played the Carolina Panthers on Monday night. Derek Carr looks like he is in complete control of this team, and the team is only going to get better as Alvin Kamara returns. This has been my first video in like 7 to 8 months, so I just appreciate you guys watching this quick recap. I still got to get back in the groove of things, and I got my seat cushions for all the New Orleans Saints games coming up. But thank you guys for watching the show. If you haven't watched the Black and Gold Hour show before, then you won't know that at the end, I do a segment called a Merv Speaks segment. My name is Mervin. We do something where we talk, more, just like Demario Davis, outside of football, there are things that go hand in hand with life. And one thing that I want to talk about today was when I was in New Orleans watching the game, I was spending time with family, and it was just laughter and fun. And sometimes through life, we can kind of focus on all the things that we want or we're striving for, that the ambitions that we have, and there's nothing wrong with that. But today I just want to highlight the importance of family, whether your family is your actual blood, your friends, your coworkers, whoever it may be. Really take time to appreciate them, really take time to cherish the moments that you have with them, because sometimes those moments are so much more important than the goals, than the ambitions that we have. And sometimes those moments where you can spend time with family and just laugh and smile and joke are, what makes life worth living. So I'm gonna be back each week. No more hiatus. The Black and Gold Hour show is back. The New Orleans Saints are back, and it's a new chapter in a new era. Peace.